Yeah, we are in Hoboken. This is one of the cities that saw those peaceful protests, the rallies over the summer. And one of the first people to respond to the verdict this afternoon was the chief of police here in Hoboken. He all along has been saying that the jury had to convict Derek Chauvin on these charges. Ken Ferranti joining us now, chief of police here in Hoboken. Hello. You tweeted very early on, right after the verdict was read, announced live. What was your reaction? What did you say? And what have you really thought all along?
That first charge was key, the highest charge. Once that came in as a guilty, you knew the rest had to come in. I felt if we did not have a guilty on that first charge, we were going to have a lot of problems around this country, unfortunately. It's a decision that the country needed. Every good cop in this country wanted that conviction. The problems that caused for police community relations around this country last year was very trying for tens of thousands of police officers. It was a nationwide problem, and as I said in the tweet, so many of us just said, thank God, and justice was served by a diverse jury. 6 whites, 4 African Americans, 2 multiracial. That was a perfect decision.
You said what happened last year was just a hit to police community relations. What has to happen now to make that better? You guys have been working on that here in Hoboken. Departments across the state and across the country have been working on that. What has to happen now? This verdict can't be the end of this discussion. There's
3 things that need to happen. We've been doing it here in Hoboken. 1, transparency. You need to show what your community, what you're doing, what your strategies are, what our officers deal with. 2nd, crisis intervention training. We have the most crisis intervention trained officers in our county, and de-escalation. We had 3 incidents last year where our officers could have used deadly force, and in all 3 cases, the suspect and the officers left that scene unharmed. And it's a training aspect, but a lot of the things that happen in this country with bad policing, bad practices, are coming from Midwest and the South, and then we get broad brushed nationwide. We need positive community police relations. We also need the public also to respect what our officers are doing, especially when we're doing it right.
Yeah, respect. It goes both ways, really.
Absolutely.
You had mentioned that if the verdict had gone the other way, it would have been awful across the country and here. How did you prepare for the just in case? So far, so good when it comes to the reaction nationwide and here in Hudson County. But how did you prepare just in case? I know you guys were all on standby.
Yep. Once we saw the case come into a close at the end of last week and it was going to probably go to final arguments, we had statewide briefings with the State Chiefs Association, and we also did that countywide, where yesterday at 10 o'clock, every division head, every department head in the county was on a Zoom call, and we made strategies to plan for mutual aid. Because you never know where the problem was going to arise. We're still monitoring now, but fortunately, it's been very calm, and we want to keep it that way because I think law enforcement and the public agree with this decision tonight.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great evening. Enjoy the weather.
Take care.
And that's the comment, the opinion of Police Chief Ferranti here in Hoboken.